Good morning, market snappers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started right at 8:59 a.m. Not 9 a.m., not 9:01. We start at 8:59 a.m. right on the dot. Usually it's 9 a.m. that we get started right on the dot, but I put out a poll today. I said, we typically start at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I'm flexible. So I put out a poll saying, would you want me to start at 8:59? 9 or 9:01. So the poll results said 8:59, and here we are. Started at right at 8:59 because of all of you. Because of all of you. So oh, good morning. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Got a lot of work to do today before the nanny heads home for the weekend. So we got to get rocking and rolling. Probably gonna keep this to an hour or less. And if you're new to the live stream, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning to the live stream, even better. Good to see you returning back. Gerther King, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Bitcoin going to dump that little pump soon. Yeah, it's all about the timing, right? It's all about the timing. So we're going to get into it. We're going to cover it. First half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin. We'll take a look at the altcoins, stocks, and anything else that jumps out at us on the watch list. The watch list. And in the second half of the live stream, stick around. Put in the comments if you want me to chart an asset for you, crypto. Put in the ticker symbol, crypto, stock, ETFs, whatever. But give me the name of the asset, the ticker symbol, and put in all the details. Are you long, short? Are you waiting? Blah, blah, blah. And that way we can talk about it. And I can search for it quickly on the live stream and keep the live streaming. So where are we going to even start? This is where we're going to start. Bitcoin's bear market started in October, right? Started in October. Many still don't believe that there's a Bitcoin bear market. There's many quote unquote experts out there who still think, $150,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year or $180,000 Bitcoin by the end of January, because the goalpost was moved from $250,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025, said just 2 months ago. And now 2 months later, they've already moved the goalpost to 180 at the end of January. Super cycle, extended cycle. It's never been the 4-year cycle. It's been the business cycle, blah, 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 right? Those are all narratives. And although there are many similarities of why it still could be a 4-year cycle, or call it whatever you want, however the cycles line up, we're looking at other things, right? So we're aware of the 4-year cycle. We are aware of the narratives. At the end of the day, we're going to keep following the indicators that helped us call the 2021-2022 bear market, the same indicators and technicals that we're looking at that helped us call the 2022-2023 beginning of the bull market, where I was buying January 4th, 5x leverage Bitcoin, 16,800. Hashtag buy the right dip, not buy the dip all the way down on every single wick, all the way down. And I personally don't DCA. And I personally, obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way, like making fun of me if the mic wasn't on, but it's on today, so beat it. I'm anti-dollar cost averaging in a bear market, because you're buying and price continues to go lower, right? If you're a dollar cost averaging altcoins, and many of them have been in a bear market since 2021, that's not a good investment, right? That's not a good investment strategy, in my opinion. Even a long-term investment strategy is a long-term swing trader. So if you're going to be a long-term swing trader, you still want to be buying at the lows and selling into FOMOs, right? Selling into buying at the lows based off of bullish divergence, higher time frames starting to reverse, and have your triggers, have your plan in place, right? And then sell into FOMO and, you know, it was getting top heavy. There was long-term bearish divergence, and then candle closes below the trending dots, and then sell signals on Heikin-Ashi. Before that, it was sell signals on the weekly candles, October 13th. But we put this chart out on October 10th. So the week before the sell signal, or the week of the sell signal, maybe it was a pending sell signal when I put on the, no, I'm pretty sure I posted back here. Posted the Wyckoff chart pattern on October 8th, posted this chart October 10th, and here we are, what is this, week 10? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 weeks completed since posting this chart. We're on week 11. No, we're on week 10. Sorry. I should just look at what I'm using. So week 10, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, of a possible 52-week bear market correction. So the bear market already started. And if you count it from the all-time high, this is our 10th week. So 9 weeks completed, 10 weeks in, and we're continuing to watch this chart that I posted on October 10th. We haven't gone away from this chart since October 10th. So here we are. We've got some deeper dives to take. This is just the chart that I posted. And we got a lot more. We don't have any TradingView sponsorships. Maybe you guys can keep tagging TradingView on my previous large live streams. And like I said, I've never taken $1 of affiliate money, but I would take TradingView sponsorship money, and I would continue to reinvest it back into Market Sniper tools, dashboard, screener, all that stuff. So if you help me, I will help you help me. Speaking of that, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share with your friends and family, repost on both apps. I would appreciate it. And that helps me stay motivated and continue to do these live streams. So with that, real quick plug, since we don't have any affiliate money or anything like that, we've got, let's go a little refresh. There we go. Little refresh. 17 on the fear and greed index on Market Sniper. And some data. Look at all the indicators on chain that have not even flipped bearish yet. So it was all the on-chain data, guys, April 2022, May 2022, June 2022, abandoned on-chain data to call the top. Here they are, still haven't called the top, still looking at these on-chain. They admitted online that they abandoned it. Here they are still posting it. Why? Because they haven't figured out anything better, or they just do it for clicks. It's no secret that bullish charts outperform bearish charts, and your account grows much faster if you put a big arrow up, right? I proved that in 2022 when it was a bear market, and I called it how I saw it, and others called it bullish with large arrows. They were wrong, and they got more followers and likes and stuff like that. So it's fine. I'm going to post what I see in the charts, right or wrong, bullish or bearish. ETF inflow, 7-day net inflow, 30-day net flow, still right around that 3 billion. Options, futures. This is all just the beginning of liquidations in the last 24 hours. Dang, they're making a lot of money. The market bosses are making money. They're killing it. Total long liquidations, 5.5 billion. Total short liquidations 2.3 billion. My goodness, they market bosses are killing it. Dang. Every time I feel like I'm doing good, I just look at what the market bosses are doing, and it's like, oh my god, they are crushing it. They're crushing it. So, anyways, that's the liquidity screener coming soon. Got the recorded coaching in the $49 package, blah, 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 all that stuff. And if you come over here, you can find the website over here. You can find it on Market Sniper Pro. Follow us on both places. That's cool. And then plans, right? You got the Sniper Elite, $49 a month, includes everything and much more that's coming soon, right? I've already paid for other like institutional, I know it's a buzzword, but like more commercial use or institutional grade type of data, all that stuff. I've already paid for it personally myself, and it would cost you hundreds of dollars for each person individually. And I'm going to roll that into the $49. So it's basically going to be uh, arbitraged data. So cheaper for you. I'm rolling it back into I'm reinvesting a lot of money back into like quote unquote institutional grade data and blah blah blah, like screeners, all that stuff. And so we'll tailor it to the Market Sniper way, right? So that's what we're doing right now is we are tailoring it to fit our own style. We're not tailoring it to on-chain data. We're tailoring it to how do we continue to find great setups? How do we dial in even better setups? And then we can continue sniper markets on a regular basis over and over and over again. That's the plan. And then we're going down the automation road path. This is just the beginning. It's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get better from here. Every day we're working towards dialing it in, more automation, more data, more alerts, blah blah blah. Like we're gonna go down that. We're gonna take a deep path. We're gonna take a deep swim. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, we're gonna continue to do that. That's all gonna be included at $49. Consider this your Black Friday month, because the more I add on, where you would pay for individual things, like getting a trading bot is like $200 a month. Getting recorded coaching, like you'll find different platforms that have trading bots $200 a month. You'll find where, you can get 70 plus recorded coaching videos. That's like 70 plus hours of me telling you everything that I've seen over obsessive amount of charts. People charge $200 a month for that. Dashboard access, people charge at least $50 a month for that. The legacy sharpshooter candles, I used to charge $79 a month for that, plus the recorded coaching, all that stuff. Liquidity access, people charge $50 a month. Discord community, or we charge $9 plus liquidity for that. So the things that we're gonna be rolling out, each item, like people typically charge $50 to $200, or companies charge $50 to $200 per month. We're just gonna keep rolling it out. We're gonna focus on that, and we're gonna keep this as low cost as possible. At some point, I'm gonna have to increase prices. If you need help setting up the training bot, Alex actually jumps on a 1 hour video call. I used to do it, but I charged $1,000. Alex will do it for $249. But I'm not doing a 1 hour video call to walk you through it and hold your hand through it and get you all set up like I did for 10 people. No, I did 5 people, and then Alex did the other 5. I would charge $1,000. So Alex is doing it for $249. I don't want to do it unless I'm going to charge more, because my time, I'm focusing my time on other places. If you don't want the recorded coaching videos or the trading bots, but you want everything else plus the indicators, and you want to do everything manually, cool, $29. If you just want the liquidity access, which is the very beginning beta test mode, we're going to be rolling out. It all costs money and time, and we just got to continue to build it out. But this is just version 1, right? So if you just want the liquidity access and Discord, cool, $9 a month. So actually right now most people are just going all in on the $49 a month. It's the best value. And then I got arbitraged people signing up for the $4.90. They were canceling the $79 a month that they've been on a plan forever, and then they arbitraged me to $4.90. So they literally dropped from $79 a month to $40 a month signing up for the annual plan. So it's all good. It's all good. Take care of the long-time market snipers too. So bot suite, quarter coaching, dashboard, liquidity, all that stuff's coming on. So you can always email support. You can ask questions, blah, blah, blah. But that's us. That's Market Sniper. And we're going to continue to go down that way. We're going to go, I'm going to continue to reinvest, and we're going to go more institutional grade, but with a retail spin and a Market Sniper twist to it, or a Market Sniper filter on it, right? So that's what we're building out. So there we go. Bitcoin's bear market started in October. One could argue, right? So if we come over here, let's see. Weekly chart was at the market cap. What has a lot of chart history? Market cap's got a lot of chart history. All right, let's go off log. Let's go off Heikinashi, right? That's the weekly chart. Letting the trending dots catch up. As of right now, still bearish. Still bearish on the weekly, right? Bearish divergence getting picked up on the indicator. Lower high, lower low, right? Letting the RSI EMA get caught up on the weekly chart. MACD bearish. This is bearish divergence on the MACD weekly chart. Below the 0 line is a bearish milestone, right? Should we put it on the histogram? Why not? Why not? You had bearish divergence on the histogram. Price still made a new all-time high while the weekly chart was trending downward, right? So October 6th, price still made a new all-time high, but the overall trend was starting to reverse. MACD was starting to drop. RSI relative strength was leaving the building. Relative strength was decreasing, right? So if you come over to 2-week chart, MACD is back below the 0 line, right? RSI is below the 50 line. RSI sell signal. 3-week chart below the 50 line. MACD getting close to the 0 line, right? Had the bearish crossover. Monthly chart, bearish crossover. RSI sell signal, right? So relative strength is leaving, and price usually catches up. Or if relative strength is increasing, price usually catches up, right? Relative strength was decreasing, and eventually price caught up. Decrease, increase, right? So relative strength had bearish divergence while price was making higher highs. Relative strength was making lower lows on the monthly chart all the way, right? And then now, because this is a lagging indicator, right? The monthly chart is very lagging. Yet we still have experts, Elliott Wave, Wyckoffers, blah, 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 still calling for new all-time highs. Hedge fund gurus, talking head gurus, all these gurus are talking on-chain data experts, right? All calling for higher highs, a new all-time high in Bitcoin. Meanwhile, we've gone so deep on relative strength that it continues to tell us which way it's going. Before most people, before not all, but before most quote unquote experts on the apps out there. It's telling us beforehand what's happening, right? What is unfolding in real time. So as it's making new all-time highs on price, relative strength is decreasing. And now relative strength is all the way back down to 53. There's an RSI sell signal. It's below the EMA. This is an uptrend. This is a downtrend, right? So now price is going to be catching up to the lower highs and the lower lows of RSI. And the EMA has already crossed over. MACD has already had a bearish crossover. Blah, blah, blah. That's all reasons why it's a bear market. It was a long run. We were talking about the bottom over here. There was bullish divergence. It was starting to flip back around January, right? Started to flip back around. I was buying the dip at 16,800. And from 2023, 2024, 2025, it was a bull run. October was an all-time high, and now we're the second month into we started the third month of its correction, right? So you got October 6th to November 6th, November 6th to December 6th. That's 2 months. We're 2.5 months into the bear market. And there's still people, quote unquote experts selling courses arguing with me. And I argued back a lot in 2022, and I lost a lot of cyber friends, cyber followers of 100,000 follower accounts, 200,000 follower accounts, blah blah blah, which I don't care, but it was a lot of wasted energy of me trying to convince them, the on-chain crew, blah blah blah, because they're doing the same thing. Like I didn't teach them anything, or maybe I did, and they're just like, "Well, I need clicks, so I still do the on-chain because what else am I going to talk about?" Or the quantile, or the power law, or whatever they're on to next. The power law, the quantile, dimensional stargazing, whatever it is that they're watching out there, or whatever Tom Lee's watching out there, who knows? But it's the bear market started after. I consider it starting after the October 6th top, because now it's down. It dropped 36%. The monthly chart is flipping bearish, or has flipped bearish. 3-week chart, 2-week chart, weekly chart, daily. Now, do we expect bounces? Yes, we do. Do we expect a relief rally at some point? Yes, we do. And we've talked about it. We've covered it pretty much over and over and over again. Are we going to see a Santa Claus rally? Are we going to see a relief rally? Uh, all possible, right? I would expect a bounce, a significant bounce or a relief rally uh, in the near future, but there's no signs quite yet. Could this be a slightly higher low? Maybe, but we just had an RSI sell signal, right? Could it flip to a buy signal? Sure it could. We're still below the trending dots. So you'd want to see candle closes back above the trending dots. You'd want to see an RSI buy signal. You want to see a buy signal or, you know, whatever comes first, whatever. Breaking out of this downward trend line, right? That acts as resistance. And so on and so on. Oh, the reminder. Thank you. Aleph.im. Awesome. Thank you. Is that your name? Thiva? Thiva? Am I saying that right? Probably not with enough roll or cool accent, but Thiva, I don't know. Is that actually your name? If so, that's pretty cool. London, UK, not so sexy news. Lawrence, what's up? Welcome back. Crypto virtual. What exchange? What exchange? Virtual. What's the ticker symbol? What's the exchange name? And then then I'll do it. Shooter, by the way, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you back. So, are we going to get a bounce? Are we going to get a relief rally? You know, I hope so. I don't want just a slow bleed all the way down. That's boring. That's not fun for a swing trader. I'm not a perma bull. I'm not a perma bear. I'm a perma swing trader. So if it just goes sideways, right? So sideways since November 20th, 1 month of sideways, right? Consolidation. I mean, that's not super fun, right? Big move down, bounce, down, bounce, down, and then sideways, right? So that's that right now. Still bearish on the daily chart. Still bearish on the weekly chart. Let me check. Still bearish on the 2-week chart. You get the red trending dot for the first time. Like I mentioned, first time since February 2022. The trend is downward, right? We didn't wait for that. These are higher time frames that are confirming the trend. But we didn't wait for that. 3-week chart had a sell signal, not seen a sell signal below the trend dots. I always got to clarify because there'll be someone in the comments like, there was a sell signal over there on July 2023. A sell signal below the trending dots. Sell signal below the trending dots. This is a buy signal. But below the trending dots, right? This is sell signal, but above the trending dots, right? So it's we have a filter on that on the trading bot too, right? So 3-week chart, and then of course monthly chart has not come back to retest the trending dots in this bull run, this massive move up since 2022, right? So that's about it. Let's see, daily chart. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. It's just been in this little, from wick well, wick to wick's bigger, but from close to close, right? Pivot of it's a that's a pretty tight range for Bitcoin, 10%. So a 10% range. And what happens is if you're a swing trader and you're swinging down, you may have some big swing trades, but then you get a lot of swing traders will get chopped up here, right? And so then you give back, you give back, you give back, you give back instead of waiting for a more significant move, right? So uh, it's still possible we see bullish divergence, meaning lower closes. So we do see often, but not always. So we don't know for sure if we're going to get, bullish divergence or not down here, like we got bearish divergence at the top. Is this bearish divergence here? Hold on. Let's go from here. The indicator is not picking it up, but it's possible. So maybe not from here, and maybe we still go get that bullish divergence, but this is actually bullish divergence here, which is interesting. So, right? You got this here. Yeah. Okay. Here we are on the live stream. Typically looking for bullish divergence from this pivot point. So it's possible it still happens. But as of right now, there is bullish divergence here. And so two thoughts that come to mind now is that you got the bullish divergence. If you see price come up like this, puts in a higher low, that could be a more significant bounce, relief rally. However it plays out, right? And that would be overall like that 30 to 40% relief rally. And maybe you'd only catch, 20% of it, or not even, because it's probably going to be pretty choppy, right? Then when everyone is already thinking that, complacency mode, if you're looking at the Wall Street cheat sheet, then you're looking at like, all right, we're returning to normal. We're back. We are so back. $2 trillion asset. We're going to hit 180,000 by the end of Q1 2026, right? You're going to hear it all. And that's where I'd be looking to attack, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, right? A couple fake outs along the way. I didn't even plan for this, right? Like I don't script out or make an outline. My outline is like okay, we'll look at Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks like that on my watch list, but this is all freestyle. This is all freestyle. We just look at it, and in real time, I've seen this type of pattern play out so many times. Fake out, fake out. This is trapping the bears. This overall move is trapping the bulls. And then if we see a lower high over here, break of an upward trend line, sell signal, etc. Whether it's Bitcoin or it's or Ethereum, or XRP, oops, uh, be looking to attack to the downside, right? Obviously, if you want to take a deeper dive on all of this, I spent 70 plus hours talking through the psychology, my thought process, divergences. I did a whole like 1 hour plus video on divergences. My claim to fame, if I have one, is I never read a book on divergences. It's just from looking at the charts, but everyone talks about divergences, and I go a little bit deeper on it. And I even came up with a price target based off of divergences. And I talk about that in the 1 hour video. And that's kind of my claim to fame. I've never seen that in like divergence charts or divergence books or anyone else ever talking about a price target from divergences. So that if anything, that would be my claim to fame. And I spotted that uh, 5.5 years ago, right? So that was I kind of discovered that 5.5 years ago from obsessively staring at charts. And the video that I talk about divergences and talk about the price target of divergence, which I've never seen anyone else do. Um, it's based off of Bitcoin, right? So it works for all assets, but the video is based off of Bitcoin. So, oh, nice, Mighty Kirk. Yeah, welcome. You're new to the $49 recorded coaching. That was video 2, right? So it started with the basics. Video 1 was like trend lines, but then video 2 is divergence, right? And so it did all that. So that's really smart. Find out. Yeah, that's like my one claim to fame, right? Like if I discovered anything in the chart world that nobody else has, to my knowledge, is that there's actually a price target uh for divergence. Oh, is it? I can't remember. Well, depends. Are you looking on the website or in the Discord? In the Discord, I think it was video 2. Maybe on the website it's 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't remember. I recorded those back in 2022. So discovered the price target on divergences 5.5 years ago. And did all the coaching and videos on it 3.5 years ago. So still using it today. Still working like a charm. So stick with what works, right? So this would be like the target area here. Of the divergence and the it's good that you do that, right? It's good to double check everything. Good job. Yeah, it's really interesting. The deeper you go in the rabbit hole, the more interesting. But obsessively staring at charts, I'm still looking at the exact same things. 5.5 years ago for that, 6 plus years for the very similar setups. Yes, added wrinkles here. Yes, added automation. Yes, added this, added that, added training dots, blah, blah, blah. Right. But the core is still there. The core is still there. So awesome. Glad you're, spend 2 to 3 months on it, take a deep dive. Be interested to hear your feedback. But so there you go. There you go. This would be what we're looking at, right? So we'll see. This is interesting. So we're looking for bullish divergence, and it still could happen, right? And that would be much more difficult for most. Like this would be more painful for most, right? So if we let's get that out of the way. We're still in the market cap. Whatever. We're just gonna go with it. If we saw like closes down here, oh, would that ruin the Santa Claus rally? Don't ruin the Santa Claus rally. Come on. Come on. That's not very holiday spirit-ish. If we saw this down here, right? That would probably be even more painful for most. But it's a possibility. And that Wyckoff distribution chart would be 100% complete. But right now it's already like 92 to 95% complete. But it would be 100, in my opinion, comes back down in the 70 range. That would be 100% complete within this week, next week, whatever. But if not, because we got bullish divergence here, then we'll chalk it up as 92 to 95% completed the distribution, and ready for bullish divergence. The higher probability is a higher low breakout. Let's go. Chop City, more difficult to trade than, say, a lower high and breakdown of an upward trend line when you're in a bear market. Possible to play this and lock in 10 to 20% down to the downside. It's more possible to lock in 20 to 30%. So can you be successful counter trading the overall downward trend? Yes. Do I think you would lock in less, like 10 to 20%? Yes. Do I think you could short the bounce if you're familiar with shorting and capture 20 to 30%? Yes. So it's not just A or B, right? It's there's a lot of angles to look at it from, but just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Right now there is bullish divergence, but a higher low is a higher probability that the relief rally is starting, and we'll see a bigger bounce, 20, 30, 40%, who knows. The deeper it goes, the higher the bounce, the higher the relief rally, I think, happens. So if it comes down here, I think it would be a 40% bounce. If this is it, maybe it's only a 30% bounce from wick to wick, right? So if you want a bigger bounce, you got to hope for lower prices. A bigger percentage bounce, right? If you're trapped as a bull, then you probably want it to reverse now and get back up to that 2 trillion mark, which is about, here, let's look at this pivot point, about 106,000. May not even get that high. You got 100,000. You got that target one there, right? Longer term target one. So we'll see. But right now, that's what we're kind of watching right now. Woo-wee. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Got some couple charts to look at. So let's keep going. Let's just go right down the line. We're already at whatever. We're gonna try to keep this to. Oh wow, I got to get rocking and rolling here. So we start at 8:59. And we're at 45 minutes on Bitcoin already. So, all right, let's do it. If Bitcoin's got some bullish divergence short term, maybe Ethereum does too. Because remember, we're looking for lower prices to give us bullish divergence, lower candle closes. But here and here could be bullish divergence, right? Here and here. So Ethereum has it too. Here and here is bullish divergence. So let me zoom in. I doubt you can see that. Maybe that helps, right? So this candle close and this candle close is bullish divergence. But more pain would be what we talked about is this type of bullish divergence. Like it's bullish divergence, pumps back up, puts in a lower high, drops down, right? That seems to be more painful, right? Versus like something like that. So we'll see. But right now is something to talk about that we do have bullish divergence as of right now. There could be additional bullish divergence, meaning over here, and that would kind of like that bullish divergence would be cleared out. I know it sounds like it's getting complicated. We'll just keep it simple though. There could be additional bullish divergence. Right now, there is bullish divergence right here. So the higher probability of a bounce, more significant bounce or relief rally is that a higher low after bullish divergence. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yep. That's what we're looking at right now. It's very similar to the Bitcoin, right? The Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum chart look very, very, very. This is Bitcoin. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh boy. Come on, Jesse. All right, here we go. Here we go. Whew. Oh, I did literally just did that. That is not bullish divergence. Okay. All right. There we go. So similar to Bitcoin, that's hilarious. If you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of, right? Similar to Bitcoin, we're looking to see if there's going to be bullish divergence, meaning lower prices. Right now, Ethereum does not. You've got a low. Let me change it to yellow so we can see it. Yeah, a low. Yeah, slightly higher low. Slightly higher low. You've got higher highs, higher lows, right? Breaking on this downward trend. Just you have to be cautious though. There could be bullish divergence. Maybe it flips back up. It comes all the way back down, right? Then that higher low. And this would oops. I mean, it's just an idea, right? It may not have often, but not always, there's bearish and bullish divergence at the tops and bottoms, especially Bitcoin. And then you would make an adjustment like this. And you can see that gets rejected, comes all the way back down. Then the Santa Claus rally after Christmas starts, puts in a higher low, and then a more significant bounce like that, right? And it really doesn't matter how the price action plays out. Probably for a more significant bounce, probably going to be something like that. And maybe the market bosses gives us more bullish divergence, right? And if you get a little bit bigger bounce wick to wick or whatever, 30, 40%, maybe up to this pivot point up here. That pivot point's at 42%, right? Maybe Bitcoin's 30 to 35%. Who knows? But that pivot point is kind of what we're eyeing here. Plus, I'll put on like sniper targets and stuff like that. So, and then it'd probably be some sort of like a month or two relief rally and then down, right? So there we go. But with the idea of like the Bitcoin drawing that I did. So these are the squiggles. These are the squiggles. So while the higher time frames have flipped bearish, you get the trailing dots up here at 38.43. As it takes weeks to unfold, you can see the trajectory of the trending dots coming down like that, right? So if that's the trajectory, I always do that. If that's the trajectory of, that's Let me fix that. Let's see, eyeball test. Bow. Right? Eyeball test of the trading dots. So it's a bounce until proven otherwise. It's a relief rally until proven otherwise. The weekly chart could relief rally at some point into the trending dots and then expect lower. And that's based off of higher time frames. The reason why I expect lower is because of the higher time frames. If it's going to go higher, it's got a lot of work to do. Not only does price need to like retest the trailing dots, regain the trailing dots, blah, 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 right? It would take, like, if it was going to flip bullish, it would take time to play out. So I wouldn't expect it to happen like so quickly, but we'll keep an eye on it. So downtrend, you got the 200-week moving average down here, 24.50, and a lot of altcoins have gone below the 200-week moving average already. A lot of the altcoins have started their 200-week moving average started flipping bearish and downtrend, which is not good. So that's what we're watching right now on Ethereum. Downtrend until proven otherwise. Expect bounces, expect relief rallies. 2-week chart came all the way back up, retested the trading dots, and pushed back down. 3-week chart below the trading dots, sell signal. Monthly chart right around the trading dots. So daily chart still currently bearish. No bullish evidence on Algo. Some of these altcoins have a bullish engulfing candle, which means to me as of right now that maybe it'll come back up and retest the trading dots. XRP, bullish engulfing candle. It's possible. It's possible XRP has bullish divergence, and which means that, like, going all the way back there, which means that we could be coming back up for the weekly trending dots retest at some point. But as you can see, bullish divergence could have continued bullish divergence. It's the higher low is the higher probability. This looks like a possible higher low, but was never confirmed, never had a buy signal. If you get the bullish divergence here, you got the pending bullish engulfing candle. So it comes back up, you get that higher low, you get a buy signal. Then at that point, you're probably going to retest the trailing dots and then still expecting, however long that takes out, a couple of months or whatever, then I would still expect lower prices, right? So it could be bullish divergence. Looks like it is, but could just be a bounce and then drop, right? Or a relief rally and drop, because the higher time frames are bearish on XRP, right? The higher time frames are bearish. I always do that. Higher time frames are bearish. You do have bullish divergence on the daily chart. And then, as you can see, like, that might just signal not a full trend reversal and we're going to go see new all-time highs. Just that we're going to get a bounce back up into the trailing dots on the weekly chart and then continue lower, right? Cardano, still bearish on the weekly chart. Downward sloping 200-week moving average. Chainlink, similar thoughts. XLM, similar thoughts. Chop Suey. What else? Let's switch over here. What do we have? Dang, almost an hour already. TQQ, holding on for dear life. NVIDIA. Some options are expiring today. Weekly options. This is a weekly chart. Still bullish on the weekly chart. Broke down. Could be coming back up to fill that gap. Netflix still bearish. ANF, what a dead cat bounce that is. This stock is crazy, right? This company has been around since, I think it's like 150 or more years, right? Obviously, probably did several different types of business throughout that time, but this was a crazy run and outperformed Bitcoin from May 2023. Pretty sure is very close, right? If you look from like the bottom to the top, yeah, Bitcoin was like 780%. Abercrombie and Fitch outperformed Bitcoin. It's wild. It's wild. And then talking about if it breaks back below this kind of like head and shoulders pattern, break this line here, then we can see prices down here. Call this out in real time, by the way. And sell signal on the weekly chart. Price did hit target 4. Price did hit this target here. Price did retest the 200-week moving average. So, but wow, what short squeeze that is. 83% in a month, right? That's pretty wild. So there's always an opportunity somewhere. And that's what we're building out the screener based off of things that I'm looking at, things I've been looking at, and to try to catch those moves over and over and over again, no matter what asset it is. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Catch it, automate it, on to the next, right? Repeatable over and over again. Because even if you look at ANF on that and you go back to the daily chart, it gapped up into a buy and went right into overbought. So unless you're on a lower time frame, you missed this move from $69, and like you would have, like wherever it opened up at, like say if you waited for a close, right, still 33%. You probably would have had, like, to be able to catch that, you probably would have had to be even lower than the 4-hour chart. So they pushed it down into the close and then gapped it up. So people complain about Bitcoin being manipulated. I started in options and then moved to Bitcoin trading leverage, but I started in options, and that's the most manipulated game out there, right? And now there's ETFs for Bitcoin, all that stuff. So the more paper Bitcoin that was created, look at that clear downtrend, even on the 4-hour chart, pushed it all the way to $65. And overnight, they pumped it up. Overnight. And they used the earnings for that. But leading into earnings, they pushed it down. They knew what they were doing. It was all planned. This is all planned. Earnings. Someone knew something, right? And probably insider information somehow, some way. Yep, covered it. I think we already covered that the other day. So anyways, I don't even know if the screener would be able to catch something like this because it was after market, but even on the 4-hour chart, it would have, wouldn't have been much better than the daily chart, right? Candle close, 35%. So that one probably wouldn't have caught because they did it. Let's see, what else? Lower high, or higher low? That's what we're going to find out. Remember, we're talking about somewhere in between. We're talking about, and it's got a pending buy signal back above the green trending dots, right? So what if price comes all the way back up and takes out this pivot point, similar to Bitcoin's Wyckoff distribution? We talked about this in previous live streams. It would invalidate my 4 targets. Well, not this one because it already hit it, but it would invalidate even if it's a slight wick above, and I'd have to redraw my targets. So, of course, the market bosses are going to do that. Amazon pending buy signal, trying to get back above the trailing dots. Nasdaq. We'll see. Amazon, Russell. See, just like the Russell came down and hit at least, it was like 1.5 targets. Like it went through target 1. This was the high. It came all the way back up, took that pivot point out. Very similar to Bitcoin. Yet bearish divergence, right? So is the Nasdaq and SP 500 doing something similar? Possibly, right? Bearish divergence. Bearish engulfing candle. A lower high, and then breaking back below the candle, the trending dots, with a sell signal is the higher probability, right? So if you start to see, like if you're going to short Russell, which I'm not short the Russell, you would probably want to see a lower high, however it plays out, right? So I kind of drew that similar on the Bitcoin Wyckoff, right? I drew that like it came out, came down, and I drew that like it was going to kind of hover around there, and it just dropped straight down. But this is the Russell, right? This is the Russell. So if it did something like that, where it's possible, and you got the trending dots, and then you've got all we do is speculate. So that's a possibility, right? If it were to play out similar to Bitcoin, you do have bearish divergence. You do have a bearish engulfing candle here. If you take off the indicator, you can see it. Bearish engulfing candle. A lower high is the higher probability. Candle closes below the trailing dots is a higher probability. And then, of course, the sell signal after that. So, woo-wee. A little bit hard to draw this trend line, though. So you got that. Broke down, came all the way back up, back tested it. Comes down, and then if it starts to fade, right? Starts to fade. I wouldn't want to draw this, but maybe there's a back test there, right? I wouldn't. If I was going to attack to the downside, I wouldn't be waiting for that, though. Woo! But yeah, this was the more aggressive upward trend line. Let's see if we zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom out. Let's draw it from the back. Let's draw it all the way from the bottom. Didn't even make it all the way back up, right? And you got the bearish divergence, so could start to fade over here. And I didn't draw this perfectly, but you get the idea, right? It's just pointing it out. What else? I think that's about it there. Tesla, Apple, dollar. If you break of this trend line, break of the trending dots, and get back to the buy signal, these targets are still valid, in my opinion. There you go. All right, let's get into some of the chart requests. Let's see. Nice. Replay crew finally made one. Would you be able to chart silver? You got it. You got it. Long time market sniper. Mike G in the house. What's up, Mike G? Finally made it. Not because you don't want to, but because you're on a completely different continent. Yeah. We'll come back to it. BCH. Give me all the details, shooter, by the way, and then I'll do it. Even though it was kind of a late reply. All right, let's do it. Yeah, it's a possibility, Shay, for sure. Still a possibility. It would create bullish divergence. We talked about it. We covered it. But yeah. It's a possibility. Not ready to call this quite yet. Soon, though. All right. Robbie. Crypto. Left. .im. Nope. Oops. And then you say Coinbase. Did I spell that right? AL. Yeah. .im. I don't know if this is the right one. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing the right one. So remind me. Oh, you can't remind me tomorrow. You have to remind me Monday, or if you're still on here, let me know ASAP. I'm moving on. So sorry about that. I don't see the .im Coinbase. So yeah, buddy. All right, cool. ETH, XRP. Yep, covered it. BCH. Oh, let me get off of. Let me get back over here. Going cash. Boom, boom. Daily chart is bullish. Looks like it's this is just the eyeball test of the longer term targets on Bitcoin Cash, but it's breaking out past my phantom target, longer term target 2. So it just seems like it wants to come back up and hit possibly target 3 like Chainlink did. Will it hit target 4? Who knows? But it is trending that way. It's bullish on the weekly chart. It's bullish on the daily chart. It's bullish on 2-week chart, right? Buy signal was back here. The last one was at 409. Dang, the ankle is not feeling good today. I think I overdid it yesterday. 3-week chart has been bullish since 409 as well. Monthly chart has been bullish. The last bullish one closed 363. So bullish until proven otherwise. Another buy signal yesterday. It's back above the trailing dots. It would be clearing this pivot point over here. Could be closing and clearing this pivot point. Still has this hurdle over here at 625. Be another milestone. Yeah, definitely close above 625 is a milestone, right? But the probabilities are increasing that and come up and hit longer term target 3 wherever it's at. I don't know those. I just drew those based off of the I drew those based off of the eyeball test. So Bitcoin Cash, silver, futures, XAG. $67. Woo-wee. Oh boy. Remember all the Bitcoiners hoping gold and silver was going to crash so that Bitcoin, the narrative that Bitcoin would then take the reins and go higher, right? Well, that was the buy the dip moment. That was the buy the dip moment. We talked about it. We said, yeah, it could be going through a correction after a 30%, 40% move, whatever it was. 44%, a healthy correction, but it's still a buy the dip moment until proven otherwise. And here we are, right? Here we are, still buy the dip. I mean, I wouldn't be chasing now, right? Like this was your, like this is chasing right here. This is chasing. This is a good buy right around all the way up to like, see, anywhere from $38 to $39 is a good buy in my opinion. After a healthy correction, right? Wick to wick, 16%, and then it's kind of breaking out here and going the next trend. That was the last time it was a good buy, 40%. Now it's chasing again, right? So you'd be chasing it. But weekly chart, wild. 2-week chart, wild. 3-week chart, whew. Monthly chart, whew. Sometimes when the magic happens, right? We even put that on the indicator itself. Yes, it's overbought, but it's also sometimes when the magic happens. And boy, so sometimes when the magic happens, yes, it went up higher. But sometimes when the magic really happens and wow, just exploded, right? And we posted this chart originally on years ago. It was 2023, 2024, posted the gold and chart based off of like the monthly and the 3-month chart. The cup and handle, this looks more like a bowl and handle, but cup and handle, right? Just mattered about breaking the trend line, but you kind of see it, right? And then that's the uptrend. That would be insane. Comes all the way up to here, just like the fractal, 70, 80, 90, whatever the wick is, $90, consolidates for a couple of years, right? And then gets that blow off, another blow off top like gold just did, or like This fractal is from back here, right? So run up, run up, run up, run up. Even the wick, what the wick was from there, 27%. So if you did that like from here, 27% would be crazy, right? $100, right? So say we went up to, I don't know, $100 wick, and then comes all the way back down, and you got this whole entire uh, consolidation for maybe even retests this line, and then you get that one last move, right? That would take time to play out. That would be October 2028, right? Similar to over here, where huge move up, consolidates, comes back to the 200-week moving average, right? Retest the 200-week moving average here, and then just goes parabolic, right? So that would be pretty crazy. The trending dots and the 200-week moving average would probably be up around 49, 50 something dollars. And then, that's a long, painful consolidation. And then you get that reward on the long, painful years of consolidation, letting the 200-week moving average catch up on the 3-month chart. This is a 3-month chart. And then break out of said 3-month consolidation and a 700% move, right? This was after this consolidation, breaking out of the 3-month chart close, right? To wick 800%. So would be insane. 3-month buy signal here, came back to the 200-week moving average, 3-week buy signal, and then off to the races, right? $24. Ooh-wee. It's ultra bullish on the 3-month chart. So that would be pretty crazy. It's probably more like that, right? And then you've got start building it out. Parabolic trend lines, probably like that, right? So but it would look like the wick could be like that and then down, right? And then into the abyss. And then build up that energy. Let the 200-week moving average catch up. Let the trending dots catch up. Let the trend line catch up. All that, moving averages, all that stuff catch up, and then off to the races, right? That would be insane. But gold just did it. Gold literally just did it, right? We were talking about it 2023, 2024, the breakout, right? Had this target to the upside. It was crushed. It was crushed. So there we go. I think we're gonna call it. This is a late request. Remind me on Monday. I'll be happy to do it, but I'm gonna call it here. We're already at 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I didn't expect to go this long. I'm just gonna try to keep it under an hour. So sorry about that, but everyone's got to give me the details. Otherwise, full details. Otherwise, I probably won't cover it or whatever. Ticker symbol, all that stuff, long, short, all that stuff. And I'd be happy to do it. The great rotation, aka pomp. Okay. So with that, hope everyone has a good rest of your day. TGIF. Thanks for all of your support. Thank you for helping me, help me with the algorithms. Smashing the like button, hitting the comments. Sure. Thanks, Jesse. You got it. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Remind me on Monday and I'll be happy to do it. Just get the request in early. Put in I'm longed at 68. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I didn't see that. Okay. See, we'll just do a quicker version though. We won't do all the speculating on it. I got you. I got you. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Thanks. All right, here we go. Stocks in at $68. Oh, we don't even have that much chart history. 68. Okay. Bullish divergence is getting picked up on the indicator. Probably going to have a buy signal in the near future. So let's see where this weekly chart. Trending dots are up there too. So as of right now, I mean, you got in early enough, probably based off of a lower time frame. Right? You got a pending buy signal on the 4-hour chart. It seems like it might bounce, put in that higher low, and then just come back up for a retest of the weekly trending dots. This is going to be pretty big resistance. The weekly trending dots will probably be around there, and that would and that downward trend line, stuff like that. So that's what I think. I think this is going to act as pretty heavy resistance with the weekly trending dots. So pending buy right now, you might be able to ride this bounce, however high, maybe go straight there and then gets rejected, right? Maybe it comes up, comes back down, fills a gap with a higher low, then comes back up, right? And then who knows after that. So I think that's going to be pretty high resistance. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. My guys. Yep. Cool. With that, hope you have a good weekend. Spend some time with family and friends. If it's not too cold, then get outside, touch grass. We love to get outside. The baby loves to get outside. So the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. We love to be outside. So with that, have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you. And we'll continue to sniper the markets together. Appreciate all of you. Have a good rest of your day. Adios.